My beloved child, the moment your eyes found these words, something in the unseen world opened like a door that had been waiting for you. Archangel Michael steps forward now, his voice steady, protective, ancient, and he says, "Do not rush. Do not look away. Someone you love has been trying to reach you, and tonight her voice finally found a path to your heart." He is talking about your mother. She has been calling out for you in the quiet hours, in the moments when you pause without knowing why, in the stillness when the air feels heavier, warmer, or strangely familiar. She has been trying to speak, but the veil between your world and hers has been thick until now. And as you read this, you may feel that subtle pull in your chest, that tingling along your skin, or that strange sense that someone is standing just behind your awareness. That is not your imagination. That is her longing finally brushing against your spirit. Michael says she has stepped closer than she ever has since the day she left her earthly body. Her presence is so near that your spirit can feel her before your mind even understands it. And she is urging you, begging you to stay here with her for a moment, because she has carried a truth, a message, a confession she was never able to speak while she was alive. You have cried in ways no one has seen. You have held pain you never voiced. You have battled through days where you looked strong on the outside, but felt empty on the inside. She has watched every one of those moments. She has reached toward you even when you thought you were completely alone. She does not want you to miss what she came to say. Michael lifts his hand, and the air around your spirit grows warm, protective, steady. He says, "Your mother has waited so long for a doorway like this one where your heart is open, your mind is quiet enough to receive, and your soul is ready to hear what she has been whispering into the light. She is here, so close that her love is almost touching your breath. She knows about the questions you've carried, the ones you ask in silence. Did she hear me? Did she feel my love? Did she know I tried? Yes, she did. She heard every heartbeat. She felt every tear. She carried your love with her the moment she crossed the veil. You were not too late. You were not unheard. You were not invisible to her in the ways you feared." Michael says she has watched you blame yourself for things that were never your fault. You've been punishing your heart for invisible wounds. You've questioned if you did enough, if you loved enough, if you showed up enough. And your mother has been trying so hard to stop that pain from tightening around your life. She has seen you replay moments again and again, the ones that hurt the most. She has watched you fold your grief into your quiet thoughts. She has watched you be strong for everyone else when you were breaking inside. And even now, as you read this, she is reaching through the veil, wanting to take that weight off your shoulders. You were never the burden. You were never the reason for regret. You were her home. You still are. Her energy rises now, trembling with urgency. Michael steps aside slightly, allowing her voice to press closer. The air around you softens, thickens, almost humming with warmth. She is preparing herself to reveal something she carried beyond her final breath. And as you feel this shift, this nearness, know that your intuition is not wrong. When you felt someone touch your shoulder when no one was there, when you sensed a presence beside your bed, when you narrowly avoided danger without knowing how, that was her. Every time. She has been protecting you in ways you never realized. every flash of intuition, every sudden feeling of, don't go, every moment you survived something you didn't see coming. Her spirit was guiding you. Michael says she has been waiting for the exact moment when your heart was steady enough to finally hear the words she carried into the light, words she whispered over and over, hoping they would reach you, words filled with everything she never had the strength to say when she was still in this world. And now, the message begins to form. Her presence swells around your spirit, warm, aching, familiar, and she leans closer, hopeful that you can feel even a fraction of the love she is pouring toward you. You may feel your heartbeat shift. You may feel a pressure in your chest. You may feel a sudden stillness. That is her, standing near you, reaching for you, trying to be heard. Michael says she is preparing to speak the truth she carried through lifetimes. But before her words form fully, she needs you to be here with her completely. She needs you to breathe. She needs you to allow yourself to receive. She needs you to stop running from the ache in your chest, because she is finally here to soothe it. And as this message unfolds, allow yourself to simply listen. Allow yourself to feel her. And if your heart moves, or your eyes grow warm, or your spirit trembles, let it happen. It means you're connecting to her more clearly than you ever have before. And as you stay here with her, allow this space to stay open. Allow this connection to stay alive. Michael whispers gently, "This is not just a message. This is a reunion." And as her presence brightens, as the veil thins, the story she has been trying to deliver begins to take shape, and her truth starts to rise. Her presence gathers like a quiet warmth behind your spirit, almost as if a familiar hand is resting gently on your back. Archangel Michael watches over the moment with a protective stillness, making sure nothing interferes as she steps closer. Her love moves toward you like a soft wave, steady and trembling all at once. She has been waiting for you to be ready, truly ready to hear what her soul has carried since her final breath. And now, as she approaches, you may feel your emotions stir, your breathing shift, or your thoughts grow suddenly quiet. These are all signs that her message is beginning to reach you. She wants you to know. She has seen every moment you tried to be strong, when you were falling apart inside. She has watched you push through life with a brave face, even when the world felt heavier than your shoulders could carry. She has seen the nights you cried quietly, the days you held your pain inside, the moments you whispered her name hoping she could hear you. She did. She heard everything. Michael says, your mother has been trying to reach you at the exact moments you felt alone. She stood near you when you broke down in silence. She lingered beside you when you stared at the ceiling at night, trying not to cry. She touched your spirit when you whispered, "Are you still with me?" She never left. She wants you to release the belief that you disappointed her. You've been carrying a guilt that was never yours, a belief that you should have done more, said more, been more. But she wants you to understand something deeply, fully, completely. You were her comfort. You were her strength. You were her safe place, even when she could no longer speak. And she saw every ounce of love you gave, spoken and unspoken. Her energy trembles now with urgency, because she feels how much that question has followed you through the years. Did she know I loved her? Did she hear me? Did she feel my presence? Yes, she did. All of it. Every word you whispered. Every tear you shed. Every time you held her hand or spoke in your heart, when you thought she couldn't hear, she heard you clearly. Michael says she carries those moments like light in her spirit. They strengthened her, comforted her, guided her into peace. And now she wants to guide you. She has watched you move through life, feeling like something was unfinished, like something was missing, like a part of your heart stayed frozen in the moment she left. She knows that feeling well because she has stayed near that part of you, waiting for the day you were ready to heal it. You have carried grief with so much courage. You have carried love with so much loyalty. But you've also carried pain that was never meant to be yours alone. She wants you to stop thinking you failed her. She wants you to stop believing you should have done more. She wants you to stop torturing your heart with regrets that do not belong to you. She says every decision you made came from love. Even the ones you question now, even the ones that hurt, even the ones that haunt you. She knows you were trying. She knows you were hurting. She knows you were doing everything you could with the love you had. Her spirit brightens with emotion as she steps closer still, and you may sense that closeness like a gentle warmth on your shoulder, a heaviness around your chest, or a soft pressure in the air near you. That is her love trying to reach you before this window closes. Michael's wings extend behind you, shielding this moment. His voice carries a calm strength as he says, "What comes next is the truth she has been holding for years." Your mother knows you have felt her presence, but doubted yourself. She knows you've sensed her in dreams, in memories, in sudden waves of emotion that came out of nowhere. She knows you felt protected without being able to explain why. And she wants you to finally understand. Those moments were real. Those signs were real. Those feelings were her. You never imagined her presence. Your spirit simply recognized what your mind could not. She has been guiding you through dangers you never saw. She has been pulling you away from people who meant you harm. She has been whispering through intuition, through gut feelings, through sudden moments of clarity. She has kept you safe more times than you will ever know. As these truths settle into your heart, something in the unseen world stirs again. Her voice grows clearer, louder, more focused. The message she has carried through the veil begins to crystallize, words wrapped in emotion, unfinished in life, but completed in spirit. Her energy gathers like a soft glow, rising behind each word she is preparing to give. Michael steps aside, allowing her love to fill the space completely. She is close, closer than she has been in years. Close enough that you may feel the atmosphere shift around you. She has one final truth she has been trying to press through the veil. One sentence that has been burning inside her spirit since the moment she crossed over. And now, her message is beginning to form. Her presence grows warmer now, as though she is leaning in close enough for your spirit to feel the shape of her love. Archangel Michael lowers his head gently, honoring the depth of what she is about to reveal. The air around you softens in a way that is almost physical, almost touchable, almost familiar in the way only a mother's love can be. She has carried this message across light, across time, across realms of existence, hoping for the moment when your heart would be open enough, steady enough to finally receive it. And now that you are here, she pours everything she has into reaching you. She knows there are nights you have felt something brush against your emotions, something that made you pause and wonder if she was near. She knows there were moments when the air felt thicker, when memories returned suddenly, when tears rose without warning. She wants you to know those moments were never random. They were her. Every time, She has walked with you through heartbreaks that nearly broke you. She has stood beside you when you felt abandoned, misunderstood, or unseen. She has wrapped her energy around you when you were one breath away from giving up. You may not have heard her voice, but your spirit always did. And she says, "You have suffered in silence for far too long." She felt the loneliness you tried to swallow. She felt the grief you tried to lock away. She felt the ache you hid behind your strength. Your pain called out to her, and she answered every single time. Michael's wings tremble faintly behind you, not from fear, but from reverence. He says her devotion to you is one of the purest forms of love he has witnessed. Even angels pause when they feel a love like this. Your mother knows you've been carrying questions that cut deep into your heart. Why do I still feel her? Why does her memory hit me so suddenly? Why does it feel like she's right here sometimes? The answer is simple, but powerful. Because she is right here. You have never been as alone as you believed. She has been anchoring your spirit every time it began to drift. She has been whispering to you in moments when you felt lost. She has been sending signs that your earthly mind didn't always recognize. A song at the right time. A memory that surfaces without reason. A dream that feels too real. A sudden wave of emotion that feels like someone embracing your heart from the inside. She sent those moments to remind you she never disappeared. She simply shifted into a form your eyes can't see, but your soul can always feel. Her energy intensifies with emotion now, almost shimmering with urgency. She says, "You have spent years carrying a fear you never said out loud, a fear that maybe she left with unfinished pain, unresolved words, or regrets that weighed on her spirit. She wants to end that fear forever. She left this world in peace because of you. She crossed the veil with love because of you. She found her way into the light with your name wrapped around her final thoughts. You were not her worry. You were her comfort. You were not her regret. You were her gratitude. You were not her unfinished story. You were her blessing. She watches you now with a tenderness that fills the air around you. Her presence is almost emotional, soft, trembling, sacred. She says she has wanted to tell you something for so long, something she repeated over and over in the spirit realm, hoping the words would one day break through into your world. And now they are close, so close, that the veil around you feels thin, delicate, almost glowing. Michael raises his hand slightly. His voice becomes low, steady, protective. The message she carries is ready. It is rising. Listen with your heart as much as your ears. You may feel your breath slow. You may feel warmth spreading across your chest. You may feel a sensation, light, emotional, electric, moving through your spirit. That is her preparing to speak. She knows how hard life has been without her physical presence. She knows how many nights you wished for her voice. She knows how many choices you made wishing she could guide you. She has watched you grow through pain, through storms, through fear, through moments where you thought you had nothing left. And she has seen something in you she wants you to finally see in yourself. Your strength did not come from surviving her loss. Your strength came from carrying her love into every moment after. She says, you have lived honorably. You have loved deeply. You have healed more than you realize. You have grown in ways she is endlessly proud of. And she has one final truth, one line that has been glowing inside her spirit since the moment she reached the other side. This line is the heart of her message. It is the truth she traveled through light to give you. The words gather like a forming sunrise behind the veil. Michael steps back, wings folding, creating space. Your mother's presence leans forward with a trembling tenderness. She is ready. Her message is ready. The truth she carried through the veil is ready. And the moment you receive these words, something inside you will shift in a way you haven't felt in years. Her presence feels almost physical now, like a quiet warmth resting on your shoulder, like a familiar breath brushing the edge of your spirit. Archangel Michael stands beside her, his voice steady and reverent, as though he is guarding a truth too sacred to be spoken lightly. Your mother gathers every ounce of her love, every memory, every emotion she carried from her last earthly moment into this one. Her spirit leans toward your heart with the tenderness only a mother can hold. And then her message rises. Her voice moves toward you, not in words your ears can hear, but in a deep knowing your soul instantly understands. It flows into you like a soft wave of light, filling the spaces where grief once lived. My child, I never left you, not in my last breath, not in your hardest nights, not in your keenest fears. I walk with you still. I love you still. I am with you more than ever. Asterisk, asterisk. Her message is simple, but it carries the weight of everything she was never able to say. These words hold years of unspoken forgiveness, understanding, gratitude, and love. They carry the power to soften every regret, heal every hidden ache, and close every wound you carried in silence. She continues speaking not in sound, but in truth that wraps itself around your spirit. You were never a burden. You were never a disappointment. You were her pride. You were her peace. You were the love that carried her into the light. Archangel Michael steps forward now, his wings curving protectively around the connection between you and her. He says her message carries a blessing meant to stay with you long after these words fade. Whenever you feel lost, she will steady you. Whenever you feel alone, she will surround you. Whenever you doubt yourself, she will whisper strength into your spirit. Whenever you ache for her, she will be closer than your next breath. Your mother wants you to release the guilt you've carried for so long. She wants you to stop replaying the moments you wish you could change. She wants you to let go of the what-ifs that have tortured your heart. She wants you to finally believe how much she treasured your love. She saw every effort you made. She felt every ounce of your devotion. She knew you were trying even when you didn't believe in yourself. She watches over you still with a love that is fierce, protective, eternal, and she wants you to understand something that will change the way you see every moment ahead. You were never left behind. You were never abandoned. You were never unloved. Her love did not end with her last heartbeat. Her love did not fade with time. Her love did not weaken across the veil. It grew stronger. She now moves closer, wrapping her presence around your spirit in a way that feels like warmth settling into your chest, like calm spreading through your breath, like peace forming in the places where grief used to live. Michael nods gently, allowing her final words to land with full power. Whenever you miss me, I am already there. The air around you softens as her energy begins to settle, not leaving, not fading, but resting around you in a more peaceful, gentle way. The connection is no longer a desperate reaching from beyond the veil. It is now a steady link between your spirit and hers. Quiet, constant, unbreakable. Michael places his hand lightly over your energy, sealing the message with protection and clarity. He says her love is now anchored to you in a stronger way than ever before. You can call on her. You can speak to her. You can feel her. And you will more easily than before. And as this message completes, something beautiful rises within you. A sense of calm, a sense of warmth, a sense of being held, a sense of knowing she is right here. Before the light settles fully, Michael speaks one last reminder, gentle, encouraging, meant to lift your spirit. Carry this truth forward. Let it heal you. Let it guide you. Let it remind your heart that you are deeply loved in ways this world cannot measure. And with that, the veil softens. Her presence remains. Her love stays. And you walk forward never truly alone.